Hello, my name is Stefan. Today, I'm going to show you how to do a control remote car. Science class, Mr. Estrada, 4th grade Saba. Introduction. This project is about a remote control car. To make it run, I need to join some circuits. I will be building a control to make it move. My robot car will have 2 wheels and will run to the front and sides. By doing it, I hope to learn a little bit about robotics. Objective. The goal I have with this project is to be able to learn about control remote cars. And to make the car run by following the instructions. Turns on concepts. Robot, an electronic device that can be programmed to manipulate objects and carry out various tasks. Motor, a device designed to create motions by drawing energy from another source. Circuit, an electrical circuit refers to a complete and closed loop through which electric current can travel. Current. Electric current represents the movement of electric surge within a material. Battery, a device made up of one or more cells that transforms chemical energy into electric energy, providing a source of power. Closed circuit. This refers to an electrical circuit that permits current to flow completely without any interruptions or breaks. Open circuit. An open circuit is characterized by a condition in which current does not flow due to a description in the circuit, while still having a non-zero voltage at its terminals. Series. This term describes electrical circuits or components arranged in such a way that the current flows through each one in succession. Now I'm going to begin with the questions. What is the difference between open and closed circuits? Which one do you need for current to flow through a motor? The open circuit is when there is an interruption in the path of the current. A closed circuit also electricity to flow without interruptions. For current to flow through a motor, a closed circuit is needed if one of them stops working. The motors can continue working. This makes the parallel circuits more reliable. Question 2. What is the difference between series and parallel circuits? A series circuit has only one path for current to flow. If one component stops working, the entire circuit is turned off. A parallel circuit has multiplied paths for the current. If one component stops working, the others can continue working. This makes parallel circuits more reliable in some cases. Third question. What is the engineering design process and how is it different from the scientific method? The engineering design process is a method of creating solutions to problems. It includes steps such as identifying the problem, designing, testing, and improving the scientific method. Is used to conduct experiments and answer questions about the natural world. In engineering, the goal is to design something useful. Well, in science, it cover new information. Both processes require observation and testing. Materials: motors, wheels, mini breadboards, 2 plus IA battery holder, battery monetary push buttons, 22 RWH stranded wire, wire strippers, electrical tape, hot glue, piece of cardboard, toilet paper tube, and decoration. Now we're going to start with experimental procedure. I made drawings of what I want my robot to look like. Start building my robot circuit. I connected the battery packs red and black wires to different rows on the breadboard and then connected both motors' black wires to the same row as the battery pack's black wire. Second, I connected both motors' red wires to separate rows on the breadboard. Finally, I put the 2 push buttons in the other breadboard, such that they straddle the gap in the middle of the breadboard. I cut 3 long pieces of stranded wire about 4 feet each. The stranded wire is too flexible to push into the breadboard holes, so I needed to attach short pieces of solid wire to the ends. 4. I have to use the 3 wires I prepared in step 3 to connect the 2 breadboards to each other. I put the batteries in the battery holder. Make sure the plus symbols on the batteries line up with the plus symbols in the battery holder. 6. I press one of the buttons and hold it down. One of the motors should spin and stop when you release the button. 6. The 3 long wires between the 2 breadboards can get tangled and messy. To make it easier to drive my robot, I can bundle these wires with electrical tape. Once my circuit is working, I am ready to build my robot body. Refer back to the drawings I made in 9. I use tape to attach the motors, breadboard, and battery holders to my robots body. I have to remember that the motors should be parallel to each other or opposite sides of the body. I make sure the wide shafts stick out to the sides so I can attach the wheels. 10. I attach the wheels to the robot by pressing them firmly on the wide motor shafts. The robot only has 2 wheels. This will make one and drag around on the ground for the robot be level 1. Use a piece of cardboard tube as a support to hold it up one end of the robot. Step 12. Here's my robot. I put the robot down on the table. Press and hold down one of the buttons and the car runs. Press and hold down the other button. The robot turns the other way. Press and hold down both buttons and the robot drives straight. Step 30. I decorate my robot. Step 40. I'm driving the car around, but I observe carefully and notice only one situation. Based on my observation, I have to change the toilet paper tube position and add a plastic material. When I did it, that the car runs perfectly. The results. In the end, the results were quite effective. All steps could be carried out without problems. There was a slight situation, but it could be easily solved. The toilet paper tube was slung in another position, and a plastic wave was glued to it. To make it slide at the end, the car ran perfectly. Conclusion. I was able to conclude that the engineering work is a complex one. Projects like this, with many steps to do, so requires a lot of attention. With the help of my parents, I was able to do it successfully. When I went to run, it stalled a little, but we put a plastic on it, and it slid well. If there is something that I will change, is to add another 2 tires of something is front that rolls, so that there are no problems of stagnation and it turns faster. For everything else, I really enjoy doing this activity with my family. Now I'm going to do the results. I hope you like it. It's very cool, right? I hope you enjoy this project.